Mrs. Tsurugi wanted Adrian and her daughter to be spared from Monarch's final plan. That's why they were sent to London.
In the past week, Miraculous fans have received an influx of information about Miraculous Ladybug's future. In an interview with Variety, Miraculous Corp CEO Andy Yeatman discusses what's next for the franchise and what the audience should keep their eye out for. One of his most notable teases is the introduction of new characters in the 6th season and beyond. We've already heard from Thomas Astruc and Jeremy Zag that the upcoming episodes would feature new and exciting characters. But Yeatman sheds light on these characters' personalities and motivations. Yeatman told Variety they're all relatable teenagers, they're kinda goofy, they're funny, they're vulnerable. But then they all discover that they have certain different superpowers, and then they use those superpowers to help their friends and the world. From this quote, it sounds like the new cast will include young, hopeful characters who will join the ranks of the world's next generation of heroes. While I'm curious how the franchise will balance numerous new characters, I am excited for the potential of Miraculous Ladybug expanding beyond Paris. Today, I'm going to take a guess at who these new characters will be, where they'll come from, and what their powers will entail.
This is impossible!
Marinette, don't trust him! Inferno!
Number 1. Lady Light. One of the characters mentioned in recent posts by Zag and other Miraculous Corp members is Lady Light, who is an upcoming hero from an unknown Zag project. While we know very little about Lady Light, her character had her first unofficial debut a few months ago. Jeremy Zag first teased her character in an Instagram post back in July 2024, when Miraculous Corp was just getting off the ground. Zag often posts updates on his Instagram, so he wanted Lady Light to reach a large portion of his audience. Some fans speculate that an earlier iteration of Lady Light made an appearance as early as May 2024, as when Miraculous Corp first launched, another character by the name of Rainbow Light was teased. Their similar names and concepts lead fans to believe that Rainbow and Lady Light are one and the same, with months of development between them. This theory is further strengthened by Lady Light's character design, as it includes long rainbow hair. Aside from her luxurious rainbow locks, Lady Light also has what seems to be a white and violet uniform. When analyzing her design, the first thing that came to mind for her potential powers included the manipulation of ultraviolet light. By manipulating light, she could create scorching rays to take down enemies or light to illuminate the dark, helping the lost to find their way. The power would also be completely unique in the Miraculous Ladybug universe, which I think is important when trying to introduce so many new heroes.
Oh yeah? And the real Cat Noir is acting like a real scaredy cat.
Number 2. Lady Butterfly. While I was surprised to learn about a hero named Lady Butterfly mainly due to the negative impact of the Butterfly Miraculous throughout the primary series, it seems that this new hero will have a significant role in the new expanded universe and become Ladybug and Cat Noir's ally. From what we know of her character thus far, Lady Butterfly will appear in more than one project. First, she is a supporting character in the upcoming film Fairy Force. She will also appear in the upcoming special, Miraculous World Rio. Aside from her planned appearances, there is little known about who Lady Butterfly will become, but from her concept art, she seems like an outgoing and bubbly teenager. Her hero costume also implies she can fly, and some fans speculate she'll have abilities connected to nature. While her role in the Miraculous special is a mystery, we have some information about her standalone film. From what I could gather, Fairy Force is a film based off another canceled project, the revision series named Pixie Girl. The film will carry some elements from the planned series, such as the main character being a hero named Pixie Girl. It's likely that she'll join forces with Lady Butterfly and potentially Ladybug. The synopsis for the film is subject to change, but for now the narrative will follow a fairy who relocates from a forest into downtown New York City, where she will meet and face off against a group of evil witches. The introduction of fairies and witches into the modern Miraculous Ladybug universe is a surprise, but it will provide the chance to dive deeper into the already existent magic system.
Whatever happens, it's the end this time!
To think of the number of times I nearly akumatized you!
Number 3. Miss Rose. Of all the upcoming Miraculous Ladybug characters, Miss Rose is someone we've known about for a while. A few months ago, there was minimal knowledge about her upcoming series. We knew that it would have spy elements, her estranged sister would play an important role in the narrative, and that she found a magical object that would give her powers. The former detail led many to believe Miss Rose would become the second Miraculous wielder to live in London after Felix. Her character was initially planned to debut in Miraculous World London, but she was inevitably cut from the script, likely due to her series still going through development. We recently learned that her series, formerly named after her as Miss Rose, is now called Double Rose. I believe this title change is meant to emphasize the role her unnamed sister will have in the story. As of now, it's unknown if either Rose sibling will appear in future episodes of Miraculous Ladybug. Unlike other ZAG projects, it seems like Double Rose is deep in development and may remain under wraps until the series is ready to premiere. However, of all the upcoming projects, I can say that Double Rose is the one I'm most intrigued by. From the synopsis, we know that Miss Rose moved to Japan in recent years and will reconnect with her sister once she's summoned back to her home in London. We also know from early concept designs that both Rose sisters act as spies rather than superheroes, meaning they may have different narrative arcs and motivations compared to heroes we know in Paris. As for the magical object that will give them powers, concept art implies it may be a bracelet that allows the sisters to fuse into a single superpowered being.
Where did you put the real ring? The one that belongs to my wife?
In a safe place.
Wherever it is, you're going to give it back to me.
Number 4. Time Master. Although we know nothing about them, Jeremy Zag has mentioned a few new characters by name, and one of them has caught my attention. It's hard not to pay attention when a character is named Time Master, implying that they have some type of time-traveling ability. Time traveling was a significant theme in Miraculous Ladybug's 5th season and Miraculous World London, so the concept of another hero having similar abilities to Bunnix has piqued my interest. If Miraculous Corp wants to create an expanded universe, it would make sense for heroes other than Ladybug and Cat Noir to have allies. As Alex is one of my favorite wielders, I would love the chance to see her experience adventures with someone who isn't an older version of herself.
Yo! I'm Time Tiger from the future, man! I crisscross time with a spray paint can!
Number 5. Lady Lion. In recent articles, there have been mentions of characters named Jungle Queen and Tiger Force. While I can't find anything more about their characters aside from Miraculous Corp teasing them, it's possible they have a connection to a previously teased character, Lady Lion. Lady Lion was originally meant to debut in a feature film by the same name. Unfortunately, it's unknown if the film is still in production or plans to release in the near future. Lady Lion would follow a young girl who inherits ancestral powers that she uses to become a vigilante and stand up against a dark sorcerer threatening her home on the savannah. She would also have connections to the local wildlife, and I hope that the narrative would teach a younger audience about protecting endangered species and habitats. Some fans following the project have noticed similarities between Lady Lion and Black Panther, a popular character from Marvel Comics. I can see where Lady Lion may have taken inspiration from the hero, but her story also reminds me of Vixen from DC. Lady Lion is a film I would have looked forward to watching, and her character is still planned to appear in Miraculous World Dakar. Unfortunately, the next Miraculous special is Miraculous World Tokyo, which is slated to release sometime in 2025. Currently, it's unknown if the Dakar special is still in development.
How do you resist the nightmares?
Number 6. Captain Justice. Captain Justice is another character only mentioned by name. While there isn't much information about them online, I can make some assumptions about them based on their name alone, and pre-existing characters in the franchise. Someone with the name Captain Justice will value upholding honor and moral superiority. I imagine they'll fall into the neutral good character, where they'll do whatever they can to do the right thing, even if it questions what society believes is right. It's possible their stories will have similar themes like the ones found in the episode Chi-Lin. Captain Justice could also have connections to other heroes with similar values, like Majestia and Victory from the United Heroes. If this is the case, then Captain Justice may also be another character from New York who can work alongside Eagle, Uncanny Valley, Lady Butterfly, or Pixie Girl.
I'll go first. Whatever his powers may be, I'm the only one he can't harm.
I find it interesting that in other locations there are world-renowned heroes that the public entrust to protect them. In America, for example, there is the United Heroes who work alongside the president, whereas in Paris, a new generation of teenage heroes have opened the doors for others like them to begin protecting their homes and loved ones. Yeatman promises another group of heroes who will share similar struggles and experiences with Ladybug and Cat Noir. There's no doubt that these teenagers will become the heroes the world needs while forming a long-lasting global alliance. I look forward to seeing who they become and if they'll stand together against the next Monarch-level threat.
Majesty! You're afraid of your own power. I'll release you from your fear.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
The adults told us not to move, remember?
Yes, but my mom always told me that being human also meant learning when to bend the rules.